Right friends, welcome back to questions and answers for 42nd week. The first question is, name the pharmaceutical company which collaborated with ICGE for the development of dengue vaccine. And here the pharmaceutical company is Sun Pharma. The founder of Sun Pharma is Dilip Shanghvi, one of the richest persons in the country, and they collaborated with ICGE for development of dengue vaccine. ICGE is International Center for Genetic Engineering and Biotechnology. Basically, this is research and training center in molecular genetics and biotechnology. This ICGE is research and training center in molecular genetics and biotechnology, and other important aspect is it was established as a special project of UNIDO, and at the same time it became fully autonomous in 1994, and it is international non-profit research organization. And if you look at dengue is the disease caused by Aedes aegypti mosquito, that is the one part, and initial vaccine, that is the dengue vaccine, already developed by Sanofi Pasteur of France. This is most important point. Now Sun Pharmaceuticals will collaborate with ICGE to develop vaccine which is known as SIPA. SIPA means Sesambulus pereira. So SIPA will be developed by Sun Pharmaceuticals, and in India some time ago for rotavirus vaccine was developed indigenously in our country, that is the Rotavac. So Rotavac was the vaccine developed, tested and commercialized in India, and in the similar lines now this SIPA, that is Sesambulus pereira, will be developed by Sun Pharmaceuticals for dengue, right? And for dengue, already dengue vaccine is available which was developed by Sanofi Pasteur of France. So these things please don't forget. Look into the next question. Union government recently launched odin. It pertains to aviation sector, and you may ask what is meant by odin. Odin is Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik, and on odin we are presenting a separate capsule. Please view that capsule, and this is going to be rolled out in January 2017, and it is going to be in operation for 10 years, basically by giving support, financial support by central government as well as the state governments. Unserved and underserved airports of the country will be connected, and the airline operators will be given viability gap funding for each seat when they are flying flights or helicopters to remotest parts of the country. And if you want more, please view capsule part. United Nations recommended to cancel the proposed 1320 megawatt thermal power plant in Rampal, and the country we are talking about is Bangladesh, and this is also known as Maitri Super Thermal Power Project. This is one point. Other point is, this is the joint venture between India and Bangladesh. This is to be executed by Bangladesh India Friendship Power Company Private Limited, and it is in close proximity to Sundarbans. And Sundarbans is a World Heritage Site, and it is famous for Royal Bengal tiger, and Sundarbans is spread across two countries, India and Bangladesh. So these things please don't forget. If someone talks about a Rampal thermal power project, that is in Bangladesh. Look into the next one. The first ever global conference to strengthen arbitration and enforcement in India was held in New Delhi, and the conference was inaugurated by the President Pranab Mukherjee, and most important aspect is faster and efficient dispute resolution mechanism is the need of the hour so as to improve ease of doing business index in the country. And in the recently released ease of doing business index by the World Bank, India's rank is 130 among 190 countries surveyed, and it indicates a lot more needs to be done in dispute resolution mechanism like arbitration, and at the same time India also brought Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016, and these are the things keeping in mind improving ease of doing business index in this country. Look into the next one. Recently, birth centenary celebrations were observed across the country for Deen Dayal Upadhyay. Deen Dayal Upadhyay is RSS ideologue, and he was born in Nagla Chandrabhan village near Mathura in present-day Uttar Pradesh, and recently his birth centenary celebrations were observed, and now Nanaji Deshmukh birth centenary celebrations are being observed. And Nanaji Deshmukh, social activist and RSS leader, he worked in the fields of education, health and rural self-reliance, got Padma Vibhushan in 1999, and he was born in Kadoli village in Maharashtra's Hingoli district. And when you are talking about Hingoli in Maharashtra, please don't forget India's LIGO project is coming up in Maharashtra's Hingoli district. The government decided to celebrate birth centenary celebrations of Nanaji Deshmukh, and sometime back the government decided to celebrate birth centenary of Deen Dayal Upadhyay. These things please don't forget. Name the Indian shooter who has won 2016 Champion of Champions Pistol Award of the International Shooting Sport Federation or ISSF competitions for pistol shooting. The World Cup final was held in Bologna, Italy, and he won the cash prize of 5,000 euro, and the player we are talking about is Jitu Rai. Look into the next one. Abdelaila Benkirane was elected as the Prime Minister of Morocco, and he was sworn in as the Prime Minister for the second time. Please look into this map. Morocco is towards northern and northwestern part of Africa, and it has got coastline both with Atlantic Ocean as well as Mediterranean Sea. And Marrakesh, where the conference of the parties 22 is going to be held, is in Morocco. And recently Marrakesh Treaty also came into force on September 30. These things please don't forget when you are talking about Morocco. India and Russia signed an agreement to set up 25 agro irradiation centers. And you may ask, what is meant by irradiation? Irradiation means giving low dosage of radiation to treat them for germs and insects. Food irradiation is a technology in which food products are subjected to low dosage of radiation to treat them for germs and insects. The main purpose of this agro irradiation centers is to increase their longevity and shelf life. All of you are well aware, in India, post-harvest losses, especially in fruits and vegetables, is very high, and this food irradiation technology will definitely reduce the post-harvest losses. And here, joint venture will be formed with 51% majority stake by Hindustan Agro Cooperative Limited. And in the first phase, 7 centers will be set up in Maharashtra. So these things please don't forget. Union government launched a national seismic program basically to trace hydrocarbon resources like oil and natural gas. And for the first time, this was launched in Mahanadi Basin in Odisha. And under this program, high resolution 2D seismic acquisition, processing and interpretation survey will be conducted across India, especially in the sedimentary basins. And the survey will be conducted by ONGC and Oil India Limited. India signed a defense deal worth 39,000 crores of rupees for the purchase of 5 numbers of S-400 Triumph air defense systems. Name the country we are talking about. The country we are talking about is Russia. Intergovernmental agreement was signed for more than $5 billion, which comes to rupees 39,000 crores of rupees. And Triumph long range air defense missile system is one of the most advanced long range defense systems in the world, and it can destroy incoming airborne targets up to a range of up to 400 kilometers. Right? Look into the next one. India and Russia signed 16 agreements when 17th India-Russia annual summit was held in Goa. Here, important aspects. The first one I have already told you with regard to purchase of S-400 Triumph air defense systems. Second important aspect is for establishing joint venture for manufacture of Camo 226T helicopters in India. The joint venture will be established with Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. That means Indian company is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, and Russian company will establish a joint venture and they will be manufactured in India. Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, this Camo 226T helicopters. Another important aspect is MOU for setting up an investment fund of $1 billion by Russian RDIF as well as NIIF of India, National Investment Infrastructure Fund of India as well as RDIF of Russia will set up an investment fund of $1 billion. Then another important aspect is an MOU was also signed between Indian and Russian railways for taking up feasibility study for increasing the speed to 200 kmph in Nagpur-Secunderabad section. Look into the next one. World Food Day was observed on 16th October. What is the significance of 16th October? Because on this day, Food and Agriculture Organization was established in the year 1945. FAO is the agency of United Nations and leads international efforts to defeat hunger. What is the main purpose of Food and Agriculture Organization? The main intention of establishing Food and Agriculture Organization is elimination of hunger, elimination of food insecurity and elimination of poverty. Elimination of hunger, elimination of food insecurity, elimination of poverty. These are the main goals of Food and Agriculture Organization, and Food and Agriculture Organization is headquartered in Rome, Italy. And theme is climate is changing, food and agriculture must do. And the next day, that is the 17th October, is observed as the International Day for the Eradication of Poverty. These things are very, very important. The Prime Minister recently launched the National SCST Hub as well as Zero Defect, Zero Effect scheme for MSMS. These two things are very important. One is basically to promote enterprise culture among scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. This national SCST hub was launched when the Prime Minister visited Ludhiana in Punjab. And at the same time, the second important project is Zero Defect, Zero Effect or ZED scheme. This is basically for MSME sector. MSME sector is mostly unregulated and the quality aspects are very, very important. Zero defect means producing the products with zero defect. That means enhancing quality in MSMEs. Second one is zero effect. That means it should have zero effect on the environment. Environment should not be spoiled. So the meaning of zero defect, zero effect is improving the quality of products. That means producing various items by MSMEs with zero defect as well as having zero effect on the environment. So this was launched in Ludhiana, Punjab. The Prime Minister inaugurated the international terminal at Harni Airport. This Harni Airport is in Vadodara and this was inaugurated by the Prime Minister recently, and this is considered to be the second green airport in the country, and the first green airport was declared some time back, that is Kochi airport. So Kochi airport is touted to be the world's first green airport, which was declared some time back, and now this Harni airport in Vadodara is the second green airport in the country. India won the Kabaddi World Cup final at Arena Stadium. Arena Stadium is in Ahmedabad. In fact, Kabaddi World Cup was held in Ahmedabad, and India defeated Iran by 38-29 to clinch the World Cup for the third time. Look into the next one. United States telecom giant AT&T. AT&T is the telecom giant of United States of America, and it is the third largest home internet provider in United States of America, and recently it announced that it will buy entertainment group Time Warner for nearly $86 billion. And Time Warner is famous for HBO group of channels, CNN channels. So these are all owned by Time Warner. AT&T will purchase Time Warner for around $86 billion, and it is to be cleared by US antitrust regulators. It is just like a Competition Commission of India, which looks at monopolistic issues. So once US antitrust regulators clears it, it will become a reality. Look into the next one. Which of the following is not a payment platform for digital transactions? Recently, because of malware, fraud occurred in debit cards, and the payment platforms are Visa, MasterCard. These two payment platforms belongs to United States of America, and RuPay platform. RuPay platform is indigenously developed by NPCI, and here NPCI is not the payment platform. NPCI is the organization which is in the process of developing various digital mechanisms in the country, and NPCI is not the payment platform. Recently, around 3.2 million debit cards were affected because of malware into Hitachi Payment Services Private Limited, which operates some of the ATMs as well as some of the POS terminals in the country. Military operation to seize Mosul back from Islamic State is going on. Mosul is the city in Iraq, and certain names, please don't forget. Recently, Aleppo is in the news, it is in Syria, and at the same time, Calais is in the news. Calais is in France, because migrant camp there is being destroyed. Mosul was occupied by Islamic State since 2014, and it is being recaptured by Iraqi army with the help of Kurdish forces. Look into the next one, that is Union Ministry of Shipping has sanctioned capital dredging project for RoPax ferry services between Ghoga and Dahej, and this is in the Gulf of Cambay or Gulf of Khambat. Gujarat has got two famous gulfs. One is the Gulf of Cambay or Gulf of Khambat. Please look into this slide. This is Gulf of Cambay or Gulf of Khambat. The other one is Gulf of Kutch, and these two places, that is Ghoga and Dahej, are situated on either side of this Gulf of Cambay or Khambat. And now the road distance is around 230 kilometers, and if one travels by this Gulf of Cambay, then the distance will be just 30 kilometers. Please look into this slide. These two are the places, and the total project cost is 234 crores, and 50% will be funded by the central government under the Sagarmala program, and the journey time will come down from 7 hours to 1 hour. That means it is going to be the India's first roll-on, roll-off vessel passenger ferry service. If someone is traveling by car from Dahej to Ghoga, his car will be loaded into ferry, and after reaching the other side, it will be unloaded. He can drive his car and further he can go into interior Gujarat of Saurashtra region. So, this is row on, roll off vessel passenger ferry service, and this is India's first as far as passengers are concerned, and it is going to be launched by April 2017. Look into the next one. Who among the following is appointed as a member of the International Olympic Committee's Athletes Commission? Saina Nehwal. IOC Athletes Commission is a body of sportspersons maintained by the International Olympic Committee for the purpose of representing athletes. And if someone talks about Olympic Committee's Athletes Commission, please don't forget the name of Saina Nehwal. Indian Navy commissioned INS Tihayu. This is water jet fast attack craft, and it was built by Gordon Reach Shipbuilders and Engineers Limited. It is a Car Nicobar class water jet fast attack craft with high speed and built by GRSE for the Indian Navy, and it can achieve a top operating speed of 35 knots per hour. Union Ministry of Road Transport and Highways made it mandatory for all the automobile manufacturers to provide emission and noise pollution details for every vehicle they produce from April 2017. So, all types of vehicles including petrol, CNG, LPG, electric, diesel, hybrid, all types of vehicles must specify the levels of pollutants. The levels of pollutants with regard to carbon monoxide, hydrocarbons, then nitrogen oxides, particulate matter, all are to be specified for the vehicles which are being released into the market from April 2017, and at the same time they should also specify the sound level for horn and pass by noise values for all the vehicles. This is mandatory from April 2017. The first woman climber to Everest, Junko Tabi, died recently at the age of 77, and she belongs to Japan, and she conquered Mount Everest in May 1975, and she is the first woman climber to Everest, and subsequently she climbed all the 7 summits on each and every continent by 1992. She died recently. Right friends, please do join for other capsules. Have a nice day. Thank you.